tonight on a young man found shot to death inside of a car, riddled with bullets.
At about 7:25, we received another phone call where they found a vehicle that had been shot up.
Police found the 21-year-old dead inside of this Dodge Charger, with bullet holes riddling the passenger side of the car and bullet casings sprinkled on 25th Street.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we're gonna talk about something real quick. I've noticed that a lot of people are just flat out scared to buy a Hellcat Scat Pack 300C, anything with a Hemi in it, RT. The main reason is because everybody's saying that these cars are hood cars, only the knuckleheads buy these, only certain race buy these cars. And I just want to know y'all opinion, guys. What do you think about the Hellcats and Scat Packs? What do you think about the reputation that these cars now have? They're saying these cars are not selling because of the reputation, because of the markups, and we know it's because of the markups. But what about the reputation? There's only a certain race that steal these cars. There's only a certain race that want these cars. Some of that is true. Now you're starting to see the rappers got them.
Hellcats, SRCs.
And once the rappers got a hold of these Hellcats and stuff, that's when everything hit the fan. On top of that, all you see on TV and in the news, stealing these cars from dealerships.
But business came to a complete stop recently when on the first week of opening this location, surveillance cameras captured two people breaking in.
They hot-wired the vehicle down the road, and then they came down here trying to break in and get a vehicle. They went into our key boxes. Luckily, they didn't take any of our keys. I think they were just specifically looking for that one vehicle.
He believes they were searching for a Dodge Charger Hellcat, but employees just started to take home certain car keys, including one for that vehicle earlier that day. They're not only taking all keys home now, they're hiding a lot of the popular vehicles as well.
It scares us because we're dealing with like millions of dollars.
Now, as you can see, all you see on the news, every time, these are the only cars that they show. Now, we all know for a fact that they steal more than just these cars. They try to make it seem like these are the only cars there's one. And that's not true, man. They stealing all kinds of cars right now. They stealing Hondas. They steal Toyotas. They steal anything they can easily get their hands on. And it's unfortunate, man, because everybody's looking at you now if you own one of these cars as if you're a thug or a bad guy, and that's not necessarily true. I know a lot of professional people who own these cars. I know a lot of rich people that got these cars. And it's just getting sickening, man. Just because they're no longer interested in these cars, everybody got something bad to say. Some of the stuff we brought on ourselves with the street takeovers, with the, the carjackings, with the theft. Some of the stuff, yes, we did bring on ourselves. But everybody that owns these cars are not bad guys. Everybody that owns these cars do not have low credit scores. Everybody who owned these cars didn't steal it. And it's just sickening, man. It's even guys who used to own these cars down talk them now because they moved on. And this day and age, they carjacking people for any and everything. It don't even matter what you drive. You could be driving a 2012 Camry like I got in there, carjack you for that. So the whole thing about, oh, I would never buy one of them cars because all they gonna do is steal them. They gonna steal the wheels off. Man, they be stealing wheels. They've been stealing wheels off cars since the beginning of time. That ain't nothing new. But because of social media and because of the news, that's all you see. Now, there are certain cars that you never really see being stolen, like Corvettes. Nobody wants a Mustang. Nothing against you Mustang guys, but nobody's gonna steal a Mustang. For what? But when you got a high-powered car like this, that's very popular, of course there's gonna be a high theft rate. So that brings me to my point. You gotta be a certain type of person to own one of these cars, to buy one of these cars. If you one of those people who green, that don't really know what's going on, you always lacking, you scared to carry protection with you, then you might not want one of these cars. But that just tells you that this car isn't for everybody. And depending on where you live at, you don't even have to worry about that stuff too much. I know people who live in different states and different areas, They don't even have alarms on their car. But if you live in the inner city or if you live in a big city, you gotta carry it a different way. You gotta move different. And that's just in general. So, you know, guys, just leave your comments, man. What you think? It's just, I'm tired of hearing it. You know, every time you turn on YouTube, somebody who buy a different type of car, like, oh man, I had to get away from the Mopars. You know, it just everybody wants to steal them. You know, they a money pit. Yes, it costs to own a high-powered muscle car, yes, but it costs to own any car. Every car is going to need repairs. Every car has items that's expensive. You guys feel like you're going to sell your car because of social media, because of the news? Are you going to trade your car in because of what everybody else say? Are you going to trade your car in because of the carjacking? Because you could trade your car, you could trade your Scat Pack in right now, go buy a Nissan Altima, and you'll get carjacked for that, just like you'll get carjacked for your Scat Pack. Now people say it's more likely to get carjacked for a Scat Pack. That's not necessarily true. I see on the news all the time people get carjacked for their BMWs, they get carjacked for their Lexus, their Highlander. It doesn't matter. Criminals just get whatever's convenient. If you just happen to be where they are and you got the Hyundai Sonata, they'll carjack you for that. Now don't get me wrong, you definitely gotta be on point when you own one of these cars. I'm not saying be out here lacking, but it takes a certain type of person to have one of these cars. Yeah, you might feel like you don't have to worry about anything if you don't have this car, if you got a different type of car. In certain aspects, you might not have to worry about it, but everybody has to worry about being carjacked. Carjack is not just for specific cars, that's for any car. You'll get carjacked for any car. It just all depends on what the criminal was trying to do, or where you at, if it's convenient or not. So leave your comments, guys. What do y'all think, man? I'm not gonna let all this nonsense deter me from the vehicle I worked hard to get. I'm not gonna do that. And I understand if you feel that way. I mean, that's your personal preference, that's your personal opinion. I'm not saying you wrong for feeling like that. I mean, I get it. It's called a raw pedal. I'm gonna install this and then I get back to try to do a reaction video. Got race mode, sport plus mode, sport mode, eco mode, and normal mode. We're gonna take this end of the raw pedal, connect that here. Oh! That's race mode for real. I can tell the difference with that, bro.